I'll have sold over 125,000 products. And then if you want to click on my thumbnail type of stuff, it's probably like $2.3 million I've sold with Amazon merch or something like that. I don't give a damn if you're protesting, if you're not protesting. I don't give a damn what you're doing. My goal is to create you a really cool t-shirt. And if you're protesting, I want to create you a really cool t-shirt and you be on the news so I can make some money. Like the trends that were working last year are not working this year. The trend that was working 6 months ago is not working. We're trying to focus on what's working right now. I think it's judging yourself, understanding what's working for yourself. And then you have to understand that, use some common sense in your damn brain to understand that it's not going to work right now.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Side Hustle Experiment podcast. Today we have RJ Martinez. He does Amazon merch full-time, also the Amazon influencer program. We'll be talking about both of those. He also creates content and has a YouTube channel. So we're going to get into a little bit of everything. Thanks so much for being here, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Give us a little intro about yourself. Tell us about kind of what you do, the split of the business models, that type of thing.
All right. So, I started doing Amazon FBA like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. So I was in the space for a while, just trying to get an understanding of, just how Amazon works and, how to find, the flips and stuff like that. And I got into that, and then I started doing a lot of like flipping shoes. Back in the day when I'm not sure if anyone was watching this probably remembers, where you can buy gift cards for like 20-30%, and then I'll go into Marshalls and I'll drop like $10,000-$20,000, and they'll be all happy when I come in because they know I'm the guy that gives them the pizza party because they make their quota for the month with shoes. And it started off like that, but then I'm working like 12-15 hours a day, and I was like, you know what, dude, there has to be something else that I can do. And then I came across Amazon merch, and I uploaded a few t-shirt designs, and I didn't even check it. I didn't even think about checking it. Came back 6 months later, and they were making consistent sales. And I was like, wait up, dude, what the heck? What's that? So I hired I didn't know how to design. I didn't know nothing about that. It was like too hard. Photoshop. I opened up Photoshop on my computer. My computer crashed. And I was like, dude, okay, there has to be some other way. So I figured out how to outsource. And then my main guy that has been working with me for over 8 years with Amazon merch, he's still working with me. And he helped me out, and we created like around 500 designs, and we scaled that way. We went from like the first month was like 200, 300, then going into Q4, we did like 3,500, 4,000, 6,000. And I was like, whoa, okay, this is something that's pretty big right here. And I need to focus more on this because I can actually have someone create the designs for me, and I'm not driving all over the place to find these shoes and scanning shoes and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Okay. That was just for me personally. I enjoy watching content when people are flipping stuff. That's like I still go do it sometimes. I'm like, hey, let me go flip this. Let me see if I can sell it. But that's how it all started. And it literally evolved to like, well, I know how to design. I can create a thumbnail. Like, you know what I mean? I know the whole design process. I can create a thumbnail. If I know how to design, let me learn how to edit videos. Now I know how to edit videos. Now let me see what I can do to, put everything in a workflow, and what else, how much money I can make, and just learning, man. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, just the more I learn, like the more money I'm going to make. Okay. And I strongly believe that. And it gives you more opportunity in the space, whatever you're doing, to make money. So yeah, that's how it all kind of tumbled into all this.
Well, I think we've done over 100 episodes, and there's not been one person that's even mentioned Amazon merch. So explain kind of what Amazon merch even is and how you even found it or stumbled across it.
Yeah, no. So what it is, you're creating it. You're putting a design. Amazon is doing a lot of the printing and shipping of the product. So you put the design up, it becomes live on, let's say, a t-shirt. So you're putting a design up on a t-shirt, becomes live on Amazon.com. Customer makes a purchase. Amazon prints and ships the product for you, and you just collect the royalty. Okay. Now there's more facilities as far as I'm not sure how many facilities, but I know last time I heard it was like 3. There's probably more now, and it's crazy because they're getting like products to customers within like 2 days, 3 days, 1 day, like, you know what I mean? So, which is amazing. And there's a lot that can be done with that right there. So anything with like, if you see, like I had a political t-shirt that took off in 2020, right? That one design that month made like, I want to say like 10,000 So that like that month the account did like 13,000 that month. Right now, it's not saying it's always going to do that every single month, right? Because things change. You know how Amazon always breaks stuff. Like if you've been selling on Amazon for more than a year, you know that they break shit all the time. Like it's like, okay, let me mess up the algorithm so you don't make sales, or but they're doing it to benefit them, because at the end of the day, the customer is more important than us selling on the platform. It goes hand in hand, but customer always comes first. And it seems like they definitely worry about the customer more than the actual seller on the platform, but that's normal, right? I feel like when it comes to that type of stuff, I have had ASINs that were performing where they're doing like $1,000 for one design a month, and then all of a sudden, like the next day, they'll wipe the whole ASIN and wipes the whole ranking of the actual product. And I'm like, bro, you can't do that, and it hurts your feelings. That messes with your emotions right there, because you spent so much money into ads, and then once the product starts to rank organically, then you start to make good money. Like it starts to rank, and then the product's flying off the shelf and printing and stuff like that. So the whole process is more of researching, understanding the design, understanding the customer who's buying the product, and then going from there. It's almost like private label in a way, right? For each product you put up. So think about it that way.
So when you're talking about kind of the t-shirts, I know nothing about Amazon merch.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're saying like 1,000, 10,000, is that what you're making off the t-shirt, or is that like sales? Like what are the fees? Like kind of how does all that work?
Yeah. No, so like obviously there's a fee. So like it's like, and they always, with everything like the economy and stuff like that, like getting more expensive, obviously the royalty will go down. So like a $20 t-shirt back in the day when we first started was like $7, $8. Now it's all the way down to like $4. So it's have obviously a $20 t-shirt. It's like it jumped to 6, to 5, to 4, and then they're messing with new stuff right now. And I've pretty much been there through like pretty much all the updates. I was there like when they only had like 1 or 2 products. Now that I think they have, I want to say like 10 products now, 12 products now. And just through whole process right there. But for the most part, it's just, I'm talking about royalties wise when I talk about sales. 10,000, that one design made $10,000. Like that's royalty profit. Okay. Now, obviously Amazon is, they probably made what, like 15 or 20,000 from it. Like, I don't know, but it's, it's pretty cool. Cause it's like, put the design up. I was uploading designs yesterday, and um, like that one design that I created, I'm just like, how am I going to recreate that design again? But I would have to focus a lot of energy into that, and which is it's like, because the other things are opening up right now for me personally, and that's the thing. It's a balance, right? At the end of the day, it's like, I could do this, I could do this, I can do this, or you know what I mean. But I have a full team as far as design work. We do design work pretty much every day.
It's good that you clarified that was profit. You're in the Amazon space, man. People are just throwing the sales numbers all around. That's what I thought you were talking about. That's crazy. 13,000 profit in a month doing it. I thought you were just talking about sales. So that's a lot of t-shirts. Like how many? That's like thousands and thousands of t-shirts, right?
Yeah, it's probably sold over. So I have sold over 125,000 products, and then if you want to get click on my thumbnail type of stuff, it's probably like $2.3 million I've sold with Amazon merch or something like that.
Wow.
Click on my thumbnail now. There's a title for you guys right there, Doc.
Yeah, that's the start of the intro. That's crazy, man. And it's all straight t-shirts.
No, there's t-shirts. So there's like a standard t-shirt. There's a premium t-shirt. There's hoodies. There's sweatshirts, pop sockets, tumblers. They added tumblers. They just added a girls fitted shirt, standard fitted shirt that was released like yesterday, which is pretty cool. And they're releasing more products. I hope a lot of people want coffee mugs. Different marketplaces. You can upload to different marketplaces, which is really cool. UK to Japan, stuff like that. So once a design makes a sale, like Amazon will automatically upload the design to other platforms.
This is and all the traffic driven on these t-shirts. Is it ad based or
you can do ad based. You can run ads, and that's what Amazon's. It makes sense for them to actually do that because it's free money for them, right? That's one way to cover the fees or anything like that. The groundwork. They want you to start to run more ads, and I've been doing it for a while. All right, so it all depends. Like certain months, I'll spend $1,000 on ads, $500, and there's certain months where I'll spend like $3,000 or $4,000. You know what I mean? And there's certain like I have I was at a buddy like a lunch dinner with a buddy, and he's like telling his daughter like, yeah, he spends just as much as my mortgage on his ads. I'm like, bro, it's like that's the thing. It's like there's someone out there spending like 3x more than I am. So like or 10x more than I am. It just it's cool though.
Man, it's crazy. Why do you think people aren't talking about this as mainstream? Because you don't see like maybe you do since you're in the space, but like ads and people being like, "Here's how to sell on Amazon merch." Like you don't really see that as much. And like from what you're saying, this is like print on demand, but like you have the volume of Amazon built in, right? And the convenience. It's crazy. So why do you think that's maybe slower to catch on than the OA, the RA? You know, going into Marshall's grabbing the shoes. That's the standard, right?
Yeah.
Real quick, if you've been thinking about hiring a virtual assistant but don't know where to start, VA Fastlane makes the process dead simple. They just don't throw you a random VA. They actually line up 4 highly qualified candidates based on the skill level you need. Whether it's online arbitrage, wholesale, or whatever business model you're running, they got you covered. Then you interview the ones you like and pick the best fit. No guessing, no generic VAs who don't even know anything about Amazon. And it works whether you're just starting out or running a full-blown operation. They offer both part-time, 20 hours a week, and full-time, 40 hours a week.
Plus, they've already placed over 140 VAs for Amazon sellers, and they offer free unlimited replacements. So if someone isn't the right fit down the line, you're covered. It's run by Carter Maxwell. You've heard of him on the show, and he's built a team so dialed in, he only spends 4 to 5 hours a week on his own Amazon business. So if you're ready to scale with a VA who's trained, proven, and backed by a solid system, book a free call at the link below and talk to Carter. And make sure to ask about the special offer for the Side Hustle Experiment listeners.
I've actually had like a few people that I've helped in the FBA space with, you know, understanding the whole process and doing print on demand, because it's like another business model, right? And you come and you look at it, and a lot of people don't understand it, and I think they just get flustered, and it's like pretty competitive in the space too as well, because there's a good amount of people doing it, because you'll see the designs that are crushing and making a lot of sales. When I see one design that's making a lot of sales, I'm like, this design's probably making no less than $5,000 a month just from one design. Because the research that I do is like, okay, what can I do to make sales in the space, right? The goal is obviously to make sales, make money, but you want to create a design that people want. And a lot of designs that are selling is people don't want to do certain designs like political stuff, and they feel like they're, you know, selling out. And at the end of the day, it's like no emotion attached to it. Like, I don't give a damn if you're protesting, if you're not protesting. I don't give a damn what you're doing. My goal is to create you a really cool t-shirt. And if you're protesting, I want to create you a really cool t-shirt and you be on the news so I can make some money. You know what I mean? So there's no emotion. It's like, I don't care what you believe in, but, and then, well, if you want me to go back, be like a human being, yes, I do care like certain people, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But as far as business wise, I'm there trying to make money, make a profit off of it. So.
Well, that's funny you mentioned that, because I forgot what it was. I was listening to some podcast and they were saying that there was something that happened with Trump or something. He tweeted, and then like all you see is like every like 10th tweet is like someone's like posts a mug that goes to Amazon or something, like for the issue, against the issue, and they're basically talking that they're making like tens of thousands of dollars just waiting for like a viral tweet thread, and then like just popping in like their merch and sending traffic like to Amazon, and it was pretty insane.
No, I think when it comes to that too, it's like the guy, like people, if you love him or you hate him, he'll say something for the people, for his people, or against his people, and he'll make money. It doesn't matter. He's been doing that since he first got elected, right? And it just when it comes to political stuff, it makes money. People, you want to think about it as people are trying to make a statement. Okay. And when they're trying to make statements, there's money to be made there. So if you can put a statement on a t-shirt and someone's proud to wear that t-shirt with the statement on it, that's one way for it to go viral. Okay. So like when, like the Black Lives movement, Black Lives Matter movement, right? I created a really cool t-shirt and it took off, and you know what I mean? It is just, I wasn't like, they're protesting. They're doing what they believe in. And now you got Mexican people out there protesting now. So like, okay, let me go create them a real cool t-shirt. So, at the end of the day, that's what I want to do. I want to create a cool t-shirt for somebody.
Is that your whole strategy, is to go more hype stuff, or do you ever try to do like evergreen, like?
Yeah. No, I get tired after a while. I'm like, dude, I'm tired of this stuff and consuming this stuff. This is all,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that type of person. I don't like to be in the political space, but when it comes to t-shirts, that's what you got to do sometimes. But going back to what you're saying, is like evergreen stuff. It's like a what was it right now? A Bigfoot, something I brought the milk back or something like that, or a dad that brought the milk back, and it has
Yeah.
like a picture with a Bigfoot and sunglasses. That was a cool one. I didn't jump on that trend, but I created something similar. Was chat or Dad GPT, something like that. The design was Dad GPT, and then since 2025, so it's like a first time dad, and just creating designs like that. I definitely do enjoy doing that. We made some like crocodile designs. We made some, I'm trying to think what else, llama designs the other day. Like, so when it comes to that, I do pretty much consistently do a lot of evergreen designs. But it's fun to see a trend that you understand, and then you design for it. And then when you design for that trend and then it makes a sell, it's like a good feeling. It's like that. Yeah, you got it. Like, cool, dude. I did a really good job with the research, and I made a sell with that T-shirt. And I do that like when I'm on my channel. Like, I'll create content around it, and then I will do that on purpose so they understand exactly what I'm talking about. And then I'll go create a design on my end. And when I do that and it makes a sell, I'll share. I'm like, look at, see, I told you it worked.
Yeah. So do you think this is more of a artistic process, or is it like an analytical? Like, let's say you had two people. One was just like a computer. That's all they do is just number type stuff. And then somebody who's just an artist maybe doesn't care. Which mind would be better for this type of thing? Because it does sound a very artistic thing the way you're talking about it. There's research, but
Now this is the thing though. Like, I have artists that are like, they branch off into like KDP, or I know a few people, right? And they're really cool people. Like, we get along, and we have different beliefs, stuff like that. Because when artists are very passionate and emotional with their stuff, right? And if you say something like, it can trigger somebody, right? They work really hard. They did all that, but at the end of the day, no one gives a damn about that. Like, no one cares about that. And I try to make them understand that, hey, bro, like, you're only going to buy your artwork. Okay. That's the direction that you're going. You're designing for someone that wants to buy your artwork. Okay. And that's a lot of artists don't get that. And I'm not being mean. I'm just telling the truth, because your goal is to make money. You want to make, $100 a month is a good start. If you can make $100 with like your artwork, that's a good start. But if you're going in there with, I understand and I know what I'm doing and my art is really good, your art is really good. You probably got complimented a few times, but don't let it go to your head, because you got to understand that everything changes. Like, the trends that were working last year are not working this year. The trend that was working 6 months ago is not working. We're trying to focus on what's working right now, so you can actually take advantage of that and make sales, which goes into just the bigger picture of whatever the hell's working right now. Maybe if you have an understanding of doing it, you should do it. But going back to that, is just like, I feel like they get caught up in their own stuff, and I like leveraging AI right now. Okay, I know my artists. I have artists on my team. AI can't do certain things he can't. He can do, right. So he's good at certain things, and AI is really good at the other. Because as far as inspiration and come up with different ideas, that's something I'm going to get on a call with them later this week. Is understanding, like, dude, this is making 5-6 different concepts of what's selling right now. Okay, and I want you to take those concepts, and I want you to understand that that's exactly probably going to tell them on the call. I want you to take those concepts and leverage that to your advantage, so you can make more of the actual concept. So let's say, for example, concept is a llama smiling and looking to the left, a llama smiling and looking to the right with their tongue out, and then, or just a llama looking straight forward with their tongue out. That's like, those are three different designs. And I want him to understand that AI can push out 2 or 3 different ideas for you, just like that, So we're moving in the space, and Gary Vee talks a lot about this. He's like, what is it, like, technology is undefeated, right? And the customer's undefeated, like, and I think if you put those together with what's working right now in the business world, it's like TikTok Live is working right now, right? It's like the TikTok shopping live thing is working right now. It's one of the most popular things, but I feel like it's been around for a while. Like, when you see those infomercials, that 1-800 If you buy now, well, I'll include another one, and it looks like it's actually live. I've been seeing that when I was a kid, watching like Price is Right. You know what I mean? And you seeing that during the commercials, it's like that's been around for a while, but it works. So I don't know. I feel like when it comes to any of that stuff, we just the newer trends, newer things, and people don't want to learn new things, right? They don't want to learn like what's working right now, but leveraging that and understanding what's working now, like what I did 2 or 3 years ago, probably doesn't work right now. Okay, but if I take my head out of my ass, I'll probably know that okay, there's something new that I have to go learn, and I'm going to leverage that to help me grow my business. So
Cool. I really like your mindset around like just you're like I want to make a really cool T-shirt for this person that they're proud to wear, and that's probably why you're really successful at this. Can you walk us through the process? So, like someone wants to start out, like what softwares do you use? Does your team be like, hey, we're gonna make a shirt about the president? Like, is that a good idea? Not a good idea? So, how do you kind of make these T-shirts? How do you upload them? Like, what's the process?
okay, so let's say for example, one process. My uncle wanted me. My uncle wanted me to make him a T-shirt. Right? He's not a Trump supporter, and I'm there's nothing wrong with that, right? And then I have people in my family that are Trump supporters, right? Um, and if we probably get in a group chat and we mix tequila, right, or we all get together, we mix tequila, we probably end up all fighting each other. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? And just as long as no one hurts each other, right? But the thing is, he wanted a T-shirt, so I was like, you know what? Okay, what do you want me to put on this T-shirt? What do you want me to do? And he's like, I want to put a Trump in a chicken outfit and the taco thing, the tariffs. Right? So we all was like, okay, I could do something like that for you. And then because my mindset is most likely if he wants this T-shirt, there's going to be like 10 other people that want this T-shirt. And he's like, well, I'll go to the construction sites because he does like door framing and stuff like that. I'll go to the construction sites and ask a few of the Mexican Americans if they want this T-shirt because they probably are against Trump and they probably want the T-shirt. I'm like, okay, well, I can create a cool QR code for you and put it on a mock-up, and then I'll just send you like a Canvas link with the QR code with a cool mock-up, and they can scan it and they can purchase it on Amazon and they can have it shipped to their house. And if you want an extra one, you can actually show them what the T-shirt looks like printed, and they can do it that way. And I was like, so if you're going to do that, I'll give you half of the royalties because you're out there marketing and pushing you deserve something. He's like, yeah, I could do that. I could do that. And I was like, okay, cool. So that was one way as far as, understanding what someone wants and then creating it for them. Okay. And then most likely I'm thinking in my head, it's like mostly there's 5 or 10 other people that want that. And then, it starts to get the organic traffic as far as the sales velocity, stuff like that going. And then once that starts to go, most likely the algorithm's going to push it too, right? So if you get into, get the sales velocity going on your product, Amazon will push it organically. Now you can't run ads to political stuff because Amazon doesn't like that. They'll suspend that actual ad if you're running, ads to it. So they'll suspend it. But that's one process of understanding like someone close to you. Okay, and this is one way. Understand what someone close to you wants it, give them to you. He bought 3 of them already, 2, by the way. So I uploaded yesterday and then he bought 3. I'm like, cool. So that's one way of doing it. And so I've made 3 sales right there. Then the next way would be like doing research on Amazon.com, or you can do Etsy, or you can do Google, or you can do, there's a few other, there's tools out there, but as far as like just that type of research, like Amazon new releases is a good starting point as far as understanding patterns. A lot of people don't understand this. Is like when you're looking, how you do research is, I'm just looking for patterns. If I see like this saying on this shirt and it's selling, and it's selling, and then it has like a lower BSR, and it's pushing, and I can see consistent sales by looking at the BSR chart, I will see that. I'm like, okay, there's a pattern, there's a demand here. People are buying this. What else can I create in this space? Now, this is where like you can leverage ChatGPT because it's like, that right there's no gatekeeping now because ChatGPT understands like what's selling, why it's selling, and it can give you an idea and a layout and 5 different ideas or concepts based off of that. And that's what people don't understand right now. It's like there's no more gatekeeping. There's no more a big corporation, I'm gonna hold all this data and hold all this information. so you don't create a good design. I'm Target. I'm going to create the best design, and I'm going to go, put it up on a t-shirt and sell it in store and online. You have that information, you have that data down by leveraging Chat GPT to help you, but you obviously got to feed it the information so it can have an idea of what it's supposed to give you.
You ever struggle with ChatGPT when you're getting into this political stuff? If it's like, sorry, this shirt looks offensive, we can't help you with this one. You ran into that problem at all?
No, like image generators, right? Like ideogram AI. I put up like, I forgot something. It was like they're getting more understanding with the political stuff. Like he created like a Trump design or Elon design, anything like that. Obviously there's certain trademarks and copyrights that you have to follow, but it even helps you with that too, by the way. But it will tell you, oh, I can't create this because this is like if you're trying to bully like the president of the United States, it's like you can't do it. You can't create this design. You know what I mean? So I've typed in a few things and it's like, well, I'm like, what the heck? I'm not even doing that thing, dude. And it's like, no, you can't create this design. It's like, it's not even bad, but I don't know. So,
and you might have said this earlier, but is there a fee for uploading these things, or could you technically upload like 1,000 a day?
That's one thing too. They're making a lot of shifts on, like recently as last month, they're doing a lot of updates on the platform. So they're like, they tier down a lot of people. So it's like tier like 200K. So I'm able to upload like 200,000 designs. So if I wanted to, okay. I think I'm at 46,000 live designs. Remember, and then keep in mind too, that took about 8 years. So it took a lot of time. So there's a lot of time of doing that type of stuff. And when it comes to anything like that, you just get an understanding of the platform, because a lot of my catalog stuff and my catalog has resetted. Like it's resetted. It's been pushed, to the very back. The ASIN's been wiped. And then when they wipe the ASINs, it's like starting brand new again. So there's a time when I had like 5,000 designs up and they completely swiped the catalog. And that sucks because you're like, dude, that's my whole income stream right there. And so I'm like, okay, I can't rely on this no more. I have to figure out other things that can help me. So that's the whole process, with that right there. And I think it's more understanding of you're playing an Amazon sandbox, right? It's not complaining. It's just like, it's more of, you have to understand that, right? And then you have to go create something on your own, or create something that's going to help you maintain, when stuff happens, you have something there to back it up for you.
Yeah, I can see that changing a lot with all this AI stuff. They're probably trying to mitigate like slop on the platform, right? Like somebody uploading 10,000 t-shirts a day. It's like, we can't, this will destroy the thing. Just make it, dilute it all, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure if you heard that, but I got 2 sales right there, but like within.
I was gonna ask. I heard a ka-ching. I was like,
okay, there you go. Boom. That's how you know it's real.
So if you sell, are these t-shirts, do you price them or does Amazon price them? And then the second part of that question, let's say you do price the t-shirt at $20. What is your take home from that? And is it pretty flat no matter what?
Yeah, no. So there's different strategies. Okay. When it comes to the pricing, some people get very mad and angry with this. Like when you price low, Amazon, if you price low, more people are going to buy. That's just the way it is. I tested on my account where I was like, you know what? Let me just reboost my catalog. Let me price everything at, $13.99. And then obviously it goes from I don't know. It goes from like 300 sales a week, 400 sales a week, all the way to, let's say, it doubles that 600, 700 sales a week, but you're getting like 50 cents, 60 cents, $1. You know what I mean? So like $13.99 is like, I think it was like a 65 cents or something, or $1, somewhere in that range. Okay. And then like $19.99 is like $4.89 right now. So at one point it was like $19.99 was like $5.23 or something like that. But definitely if you're spending a lot of money on ads, and you have to make an adjustment, because if you're converting with a lot of ads, that kind of makes a difference, and it messes with like the, your profit, so you have to recheck that. But little things like that, it's still cool because you're still not holding no inventory. And that's one thing I'm planning on getting on into with my actual channel, is actually doing some local stuff where I'm printing my own t-shirts, stuff like that. That couch back there, I see in the back, I'm probably going to get rid of that and put a little table and then put my own printing stuff back there. And something I'm thinking about, and creating hats and t-shirts And I think it just be dope content, be really cool content, and just stuff like that. But I think going back to your pricing, every product's different. Every product has a different price. Pop sockets, tumblers, they're all different prices. Okay, my number one, it's like 90% of my account is standard T-shirts that sell. That's why I know the pricing so good at the back, like off the top of my head.
Five is not bad at all on $20. So,
Yeah.
so with the fee, I guess, well, the T-shirt is going to cost money. I'm thinking on the Amazon side, they take a fee, and then do they eat the returns? If your T-shirts get returned, do you pay that, or do they eat it? Because of the return would be on their fault, right?
Yeah, it used to be like that, but now they deduct the return from the actual product now. Back in the day, they didn't do that. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
They don't. I'm like, cool. I'm still getting it. You know what I mean? I was like, it's coming though. I already know. That's just like so stupid. Like, why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? Take the money back from us. It doesn't make any sense. And then they started doing it. I was like, and everyone's got mad. I'm like, bro, just be happy that we're getting away with it for so long. Like, I don't get how some people think. Like, I'm like, it doesn't work that way. Imagine it's like these fools don't understand the whole concept and how things work. Like, it's like there's no way you're getting free money when someone returns a product. It doesn't make any sense. There's no way.
What else you got, Joe?
How hard do you think it is for someone to like start this business? I feel like a lot of our audience is Amazon sellers, ex-Amazon sellers, people looking for other hustles or other ways to make money, because Amazon's kind of rocky for the traditional like OA, RA person right now.
I think it's like there's definitely a learning curve, because you have to understand the design and then you have to understand the research. So it goes hand in hand. As you could create text-based designs and they do good. Like, I've seen text-based designs that go up and they make a lot of sales. Okay. I have a text-based design that I put up the other day. It's two words on a shirt. And I thought about it because I was just going through my Facebook feed. I was like, let me get a screenshot. I was like, that's a perfect idea for a t-shirt. Send it over to my designer. And he just, boom, put it up. I'm like, all right, cool. And then it's consistently selling. I'm making 2 or 3 sales a week. I'm like, damn, I see. If I was always this good with my research, I'm over here judging myself. I think I do pretty good with research. But when it comes to that, just kind of getting the idea and the concept, it just, sharing just different ideas. Maybe the viewer that's watching this is like, okay, he got an idea from social media. There's ideas everywhere. You walk everywhere. Like, I can go I'm 20 minutes from the strip, and I'm just, I'm already thinking about like so many different ways. Like, what can I leverage that I'm 20 minutes from the strip where everyone wants to be in the world? I can leverage this some way for UGC content or just any type of content, right? I can leverage that. But you're thinking about that, you can go do research out there and just people watch and see what type of t-shirts people are wearing, right? Stuff like that. So I think it's just research is the most important thing. And then the design's next, because the research is the most important thing is because I just told you, like, you put a 2-letter word or two words on a t-shirt, right? And you're putting 2 words on a t-shirt and it's making sales. That goes to show you, like, people buy anything. You don't have to be an artist to sell t-shirts. You don't have to. You have AI. You can use AI right now to your advantage to create designs. You can use AI for thumbnails. You can do AI for pretty much anything. I've been testing the hell out of AI with thumbnails and just recreating them and making my own. And, like, I get some really good high CTRs over there, and just understanding the design and understand what people are going to click on. So basically the same concept as you're doing as I'm doing with Amazon merch, I'm doing the same concept with YouTube thumbnails. Understanding what the viewer wants and what's going to make them click it's the same exact thing that I do, vice versa. So the design work as a whole has helped me understand what I can do with that and create other things, journeys. I can create a website. I know how to create and design a website. It's very simple. Like, it's probably one of the easiest things you can probably do, but people get overwhelmed. They get confused. They don't know what to do. Like, what am I supposed to do here? How am I supposed to do this? So I created I'm not a designer neither, but I created on Canva a influencer media kit yesterday. It took like 20 minutes. I'm like, cool, this looks good. I'm done. So me and John were talking about that in the DM. I was like, what you got, dude? What you doing, dude? Let me see. He's like, stop using those fancy words on me, RJ. And I was like, I know, dude. I hate them. I hate fancy words.
You use AI for your YouTube thumbnails?
Yeah.
Walk us through that selfishly. I design our thumbnails and I'm horrible. Dude. So you can look at our thumbnails, but if you can help, if you can give some tips there, I'm so curious. I'm like,
ChatGPT.
yeah.
So you're doing the whole like the whole video process, the whole the idea, and then you literally tell it, hey, because you can test 3 thumbnails now, right, on YouTube. And so I'll plug those 3 thumbnails. I have my designer like, okay, this is I'll pick the 3 best thumbnails that the AI creates. So in ideogram.ai, they'll create 4 per prompt generation, right? So you put the prompt idea inside there, and then it'll generate 4 different thumbnails. And then those 4 different thumbnails, I'll choose the best 2 or 3, and sometimes 4, whatever one I think is the best, and I'll send them over to my designer. I'm like, okay, just edit this out, put me in there. And then some of the text is just right on point. It's like perfect. I'm like, and then the actual design, like say if I have a t-shirt design, it would show it in there, and it will show like the t-shirt design with a question mark or something like that, make it more like clickbaity kind of. And it will do that, and then I'll do that with 2 more thumbnail ideas, and then I'll just send it over to them, and then I kind of get the concept. My picture, I'll put my picture in there, and I even actually created my own cartoon character, so I can leverage like different positions or just different ideas and be creative with it and have fun with it, and it does a really good job. So that's the whole process.
Yeah. I never thought about, I don't know how this didn't cross my mind. I was trying to put our faces in, and it would I was thinking it would put the face and they would change your face and like give you, like make me have black hair or something. I'm like, well, this isn't going to work. I never thought about just editing it after and having it design the whole thing. And I just thought like maybe it would look bad if I edited it in, but
so there's like, it's like you're creating like, so when you think about it, like you're creating that main character, and then you have that main character, and this is how you go into faceless YouTube videos right now because they're very big right now. Creating that main character, and then you're basically creating a story in the thumbnail to make people click. And like when it comes to this type of stuff, when it comes to building systems and putting things in place, it's like my forte, bro. Like it's like I understand it. I'll sit there and overthink the hell out of it, and I'm like, all right, time to get to work. Let me put this to the test and see what I can do. And then through the whole process of doing all that, I'll get a better understanding because it's like, okay, this sucks. I'm doing something wrong. Let me go research it. And then I kind of put it all together. I'm like, okay, this is really good, dude. This is really good shit. And then like some of my thumbnails, like the last one is I put 3 thumbnails on there, right? And then it picked a winner within a day on YouTube. It picked a winner within a day, and that had a 38.8 percentage. Okay. I'm not, so they did the test. You seen the test back there? You guys know what I'm talking about?
John does the upload. I don't know.
I have not seen it, but
damn it, you're not leveraging that. You better.
We're gonna.
So what you're gonna do? What you're gonna do is,
if you could just take 2 seconds and subscribe to this YouTube channel, we would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to get to 5K subscribers by the end of the year, and the more subscribers we have, the better guests we can get for you. So you literally just take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe. It will also let you know when new episodes go live and everything we're up to. Thank you so much.
let me show you in your DM real fast so you can see it. We're all getting off topic. You see, like, let me show you the example so you can see. This is gonna be my next video. That's gonna be out on Friday. So, and also too, creating content too and doing all this and trying to stay ahead that's a whole nother game in itself right there.
Yeah.
So
do a live coaching on the on the podcast. It's gonna be great for the viewers.
Nah, it's cool though because it's like and I know if they want to see it, you can share it with them, kind of give them an idea.
Oh, I see now.
But that's all created with AI, bro. And then you can see my face. I have no competition 2025 niches. There's a guy right there with his eyeballs with the glasses on, holding the magnifying glass. That's me right there. That's my cartoon. So, and I have him throughout my channel too. So it's like, I will put me up there. I'm like, bro, that's not going to relate to the viewers. I'm like, no one cares. Like, just do it. And then it tells a story. You're telling a story in your thumbnails, dude. It makes it so much funner, the whole creation and the design process.
Do you notice a difference in performance between the cartoon you and the real you?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's about the same. It's like you really don't. It's like about the same. They do pretty good both.
Because they won't care what you look like, right? They just know a human being is behind it. So I guess the viewer wouldn't care what it.
Yeah, it'll be more of delivering the value to your
Yeah.
thumbnail. Like there's one thing too is like it's not clickbait. It's not. It's more of if you as long as you're delivering on your thumbnail and your title and your whole video concept and the whole idea behind it, you can create any type of thumbnail you want and put wording in there as long as you're not misleading the viewer. When you mislead the viewer, then it's clickbait. When you're not misleading the viewer and everything lines up correctly, it's not clickbait. Like when I say clickbait, it's more of trying to get you to click on my damn video because I'm trying to deliver my value, my content to you because I think it's really good. It's not like I don't want you to click on it and then expect something else. That's not my whole concept of creating that thumbnail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or title. So.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. Yeah, I'm looking at your thumbnails too. These are nice, and it's crazy. They're all AI. That's cool. I gotta start doing this, man. I've been grinding away, and I'm terrible at it too. I'm taking like 30 minutes for a thumbnail. I feel like an idiot now because these are way better than mine, and they probably take you a tenth of the time to do these.
Yeah, no, but you can also remember inspiration. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, this thumbnail's. I can just upload it right here as is because it's so good. I don't even have to put a picture of myself in. Like some of the thumbnails I tested, like I don't. Like one of them I'm putting out when I'm putting out the video for the 20th, right? In 2 more days, have it scheduled out already. It just there's no image of me at all. Just testing to see. It's like a treasure chest opening up with a key with some shirts flying out of it. Like it's more of it's fun because it's not like you're making it more about the viewer and the content and kind of sometimes you're making it less about yourself. I feel like.
Yeah.
That's the goal too. Like I feel like when it comes to any of this, it's just like understanding more of what they want, like in focusing on what the person wants in the individual. That right there is that's how you start to make the money too. So
I think we're gonna have a thumbnail you throwing t-shirts out to protesters on this one.
I'll be dope, dude.
Is that clickbait?
Catch this.
That's hilarious.
And then I think I honestly too, just yeah, that's just it. Just t-shirt concept idea design. Now I'm designing thumbnails. He's doing some of them are performing really good. That I didn't expect them to perform like using AI and then putting the concept in there and then next thing you know it creating a whole design with it and having AI create the whole thing. It's getting so good at that. It's like it's crazy.
Have you always had this inclination to be into this like artistic type of stuff and like that, or were you never really until you got into it that you like had passion about it?
I think I think when it comes to that, I like the creativity. Like one of the cool things is waking up in the morning, and then you have like a really cool design that's already created and it's done for you, and then you didn't do it. You my obviously my designer did it, but the whole process to kind of get the brain flowing and everything, your creative juices going and you're working and stuff. It it all goes hand in hand because it creates more opportunity for yourself and one thing is leveraged to that's working right now a lot is like brand deals, for example. Um, Understanding like what they want and then delivering on that. And I think that's one thing. I have one email open. I'm responding to one right now. Now, this is an interesting one because I offer them a certain amount and they're like, no, that's a little bit too high. And they can't, pay that invoice and they think it's too high and they want to close the deal from July all the way to December. And I think it's really cool because I'm just like, okay, cool. That long, so it's a decent contract, and just like trying to work it out. But then I'm gonna come back and reply like, okay, you see this, you see that, because they always try to throw numbers. That's one thing too. They try to throw numbers. Like I have videos that get, and this is another thing. It's like you have so much going on. You got to understand what the customer wants, right? And you're doing, you're moving, everything's in motion, everything's moving, and you don't understand like how would I say, you don't understand like what you're doing wrong sometimes. Like you're doing something wrong, but you have your hand here, you have your hand here, you're doing this, you got to do this, you got an hour here, and there's nothing wrong with that. But then you just understanding going back to the basics and what got you there, and understand what people want is that's going to make all the difference. Okay, and I feel like when it comes to that, there's a lot that you can do in a day, but there's also like your creative power only lasts so long. So like I can go a good 5-6 hours with good creativeness and having fun doing it, and then after like that 7th or 8th hour, I'm like, God damn, tired. All right, I gotta chill, bro, because I'm not doing the good work that I want to do. So yeah, I think it just when it comes to this, I'm gonna come back to this company and then obviously trying to close the deal with them and see what I can do. But as far as brand deals, and it's crazy because in 2021 I was doing a lot of YouTube content still, and I had people reaching out to me to do brand deals, and I'm like, bro, what is this? Is a spam email, dude. And I go back and look at it, I'm like, yeah, they've been reaching out to do a brand deal with me for like 3 years, and I've been ignoring them because I think it's a scam. I'm like, no, it's not a scam. And then reply back to them, and then they send over real money. I'm like, bro, what the hell? So you're another thing too is just even if you have, let's say you have like 500 followers or 1,000 followers, and you start to get into this. So for example, the Amazon influencer program, I've been doing that pretty good. I took a little bit of a break for like 3 months, but when it comes to the Amazon influencer program, this is something new that I just started, and I had 0 videos like 2 years ago, right? And then then all of a sudden, like 3 months later, I have 100 videos up, or it probably took me like a month and a half to do that, but I had 100 videos up, and now I have brands reaching out to me, okay, with 100 videos, and I'm pretty sure they're reaching out to me at 50 videos. But that goes to show you that once you start to do something like this, opportunity starts to open up for you. And when it starts to open up for you, you have to capitalize on that and monetize that to help you grow even more. And then, because next thing you know, you're going to have 200 videos up, and brands going, hey, can you do this video for me? Yeah, but I'm going to charge you $200, $300 because it's going to take my time and my effort to do it. But I'm going to create you a really cool video. And then that's when you start to close brand deals. And it just, everything. And then you got 2 brand deals a week. Then you got 3. Then you got 4. I closed, I want to say 3 or 4 last week. And it was just,
Awesome.
it was like AI, around AI video. And bro, I'm like all in. I'm into that right now. So I'm not going to say no. I'm like, I can definitely create a really cool ass. Can I have free access to it? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, that open, because that right there is like, here's your free business. Go create Bigfoot videos, smoking cigars or playing pickleball, right? That right now is trending. We all know it's trending. It's doing really good. That those videos are getting like millions of views right now with those baby talking videos too. So those are getting millions of views right now too. So when these companies are reaching out to you and having you a free product, and then you can make money from creating that video, it makes all the difference. So, and it helps you grow. It pays the cost of living, and then you just keep going.
That's awesome. What you got, John?
Yeah, so how is the influencer program going for you? How many videos do you have? Kind of, what are your thoughts about it? It's like the hotter thing. Now
Yeah.
everyone's making courses about it, so like it's getting like somewhat mainstream at this point.
Yeah, no, I see like one thing I always wanted to do at the very beginning was it was my opportunity. I was like, this is my opportunity to create a tool in this space, because like the Amazon merch, I've seen a lot of people over there. I didn't do it though. So I've seen a lot of people, I've seen the trend when it came. I've seen a lot of people in Amazon merch creating the tools, doing this, and they're reaching out to me, hey, I'll sponsor you, I'll do this. I'm like, bro, like when it comes to certain sponsorships and stuff like that, like certain people I don't see eye to eye with, and I won't work with them. Okay, because I see what they do, I see how they do it. I'm like, bro, you're kind of slimy, dude. What are you doing? Like, I don't believe in that type of stuff. But when that happened, I jumped on it right away. So I made it real easy as possible for me to make $100 a month, and then I started making $500 a month, and it was easy. And all I did was record content without showing my face. So it's like, okay, I can do faceless product review videos. But then I was like, you know what? Let me mix it in and have a little bit more fun, where I kind of take a little bit more time creating the video, showing my face. And then I'm like, okay. And then I can create a whole different, where I do like different B-rolls. Like the other day, I created a cool video with this robot vacuum. I followed that little fucker around for like 2 days. I was just watching him, recording him. I'm like, dude, I'm just following this robot vacuum, watching him, do the vacuuming, the mopping. I'm like, damn, this thing's so cool. But I was still like, I was having fun because I was like, I always wanted one, and then I finally got one, and I'm doing a product review on it, and I created a really cool video on it. I'm just like following him around for like 2 days and put it all together, and it's a really cool video. And I think I did a good job with it. And yeah, I think it's just an amazing opportunity, because you can go from, you don't have to be, how would you say, you don't have to be some like you don't have to have like video editing skills. You can have basic video editing skills, like steps 1, 2, and 3, edit the video and you're done, then upload type of stuff. You don't have to have different B-rolls. You don't have to record from different angles, all that stuff. You don't have to do none of that. And I leverage ChatGPT to help me with all that too, by the way. And that's what it is. But I feel like you can record a 30-second video, a 1-minute video, talk about the key points, use the Amazon listing. And when you're using the Amazon listing, make sure you just look at the photos. Each photo has a talking point. That's your talking point. That's 3 talking points. That's 45 seconds. You're done. If there's 4 photos, that could probably be a minute and a half. So I think when it comes to a lot of people starting like certain things like that, I feel like it's more of just start getting to work on it and then perfect it as you start to go. And then you upload the videos. But I was making like $500 a month off of like 200 videos, obviously. But there wasn't that much competition at the beginning. And I was like, I caught on to it, and I was like, and I seen a few other people that have been doing it for like 2 years before I got in. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? And he's like, I know that you share a lot of Amazon merch content. He's like, I've been in your group for a long time, and I know that you're good people, and I've been following you. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I go look at it. I found his profile. I'm like, damn, this fool got like 7,000 videos. He's making a good amount of money. So I was like, it's crazy to see people, and then you can see all the brand deals that he's getting from scooters, scooters to microphones. I'm like, bro, this. I love reviewing a good microphone. I love reviewing a good, anything with video, audio, anything with tech stuff. I love reviewing. It's easy. It's fun. And I see him doing it. I'm just like, bro, this fool's riding a scooter around, recording himself, having fun. And then, the brand sent it to him. I'm pretty sure he's charging him. And then now he's making, all this money. So now, I went from doing that. Then I created a YouTube channel. That YouTube channel is almost monetized with product reviews. Something that I need to get done. I hopefully have that monetized by the end of the year. I have a VA working on that where he just does all the tags, and I just upload the video and he does all the titles and the description, the tags, and all that stuff. That's growing. It should be pushing close. It should be pushing close to 1,000 subs by the end of the year, I want to say. And I'm like 200 hours watch time from being monetized. So I'm right there, dude. And not bad. And that right there just opened up a whole new can of worms, because now just doing outreach to brands to do reviews, doing that, and then trying to close brand deals over there where I started a whole package thing where, this is how much I charge to do a product review. And don't be afraid to charge, because that's your damn time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some of these brands are crazy, because they'll be like, oh, can you do a video for me for $10? I'm like, fool, you better get out of here with that. Can't even do nothing with that.
Yeah, for sure. Someone sent me one the other day. They like totally baited me, because they sent me like, oh, like it was a vitamin company, and they were just like, oh, we'll pay you, I think it was $300 for a 1-minute video. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be simple. And they're like, oh, just see the script attached, and there was no script attached. And I was like, all right, like, can you send the script? They send the script, and this is like a video that would take like 10 hours. They're like, oh, you got to be at the gym. Like, you should have a friend with you. Like, you got to put the. I was like, bro, like for $300, like, no way. Like, that's like a $500,000 video. Like, there's just no way. So yeah, you got, and like all the time on Instagram, I'm constantly getting people like, we do this for $10, or I was like, no, dude, like,
no. But there's adding to what you said. I've actually had an issue where a product was sent to me, and they were like, they reached out to me. So I've been testing out Fiverr, because I plan on making some content behind this. And it's doing really good, surprisingly. And I need to go make an Upwork profile too, because I'm gonna make it nice and pretty and stuff like that. I have a video editor on my team too as well, by the way. I have 2 of them. And we were kind of just talking. It was like, dude, what can we do here? Because we can close this over here. And one of the guys works. Both of them actually work really good with me. They're like, bro, we need more work. Let's close more deals. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go, dude. And they're all behind me, because they want it. They want the work. They want it. They want more work. And they're like, and I'm like, in order for me to pay you, I have to do certain things, and I have to do. And they completely understand that. But over on, I had a brand send me some stuff, and they were trying to pay me over on Fiverr like reaching out to me. I need your WhatsApp, like real direct. I'm like, bro, no, I'm not. You have to like talk to me on Fiverr. You have to talk to me over here. And they're like, no, we need your WhatsApp. I'm just like, I don't even want to work with you. Like, and then they message me again, and it's like, well, I'll pay you $50, and you just review this video, and I'll send you the product. And then I seen the product. I was like, this is a really good product. And then they sent me some information, and they accidentally sent me the actual forward email to the brand that they were closing. So they were charging the brand $1,000 and giving me 45 to do the video. I'm like, hell no. I was like, this is why I don't work with these type of people like this. I was like, I see what that's smart. That's actually, I'm supposed to be the one charging the $1,000, and you know what I mean, and doing the video myself. I'm not gonna, unless I couldn't do it and I knew that someone's up and coming, like, you know what I mean, like at least 300, 400. I was like, I'm down to do the video. Just got to give me $300-400 for it, and I'll do the video for you. Fine, I'm cool with that. And they're like, no, you're getting paid $50, just $45, something like that. I'm just like, hell no. Like, this is one thing, you don't have to work with them. Say no, get the hell away from me. So, but this is crazy though. You can see what the type of money people are charging to do these type of videos. So don't be afraid. Like, I think as a viewer watching this, don't be afraid to put money out there, because it's taking your time, your energy to create the video. You're going to record, and then you got to come back and edit. And then if they want custom thumbnail, all that stuff, that all costs money. And a lot of these brands, a lot of these people that are doing, like a lot of these people creating content like this, they're charging, thousands of dollars, even a $300 starting point just to get started and to cover your utility bill is a good starting point, So, yeah.
How do you have time to do all this stuff? Feels like you got good time management since you're running like multiple things, making the content, editing. I know that stuff is really time consuming.
Yeah, I just a lot of the content that I cut back on some stuff. Like as far as like KDP stuff, I do want to get back into it because that's the same thing. The concept over there. Remember we talked about the character, and I know because I'm doing a lot of KDP. I have some top selling books that perform really well too. The thing is the same thing over there. I was doing a lot of on my channel that I was like, you know what? Let me just focus on what got me here. Take a step back, and just focus on this type of content. That way, it's more direct to the viewer, and just grow this up to where I want to grow it. And then if I want to venture off to another thing, I can do so. But as far as that, I think it's just more time management. 1 to 2 hours doing this, 1 to 2 hours doing this, and then I go to the gym, and then 1 to 2 hours, and then back 1 to 2 hours. But one thing is like, you can get comfortable real quick at home. That's one thing over the last year. I'm like, I catch myself like doing that, come back home from the gym, relax. And I'm like, oh, dude, I'm just going to chill. And I'm like, no, dude, I got more stuff to do. And it gets real comfortable when you work from home. So you got to watch that.
Yeah, that's a struggle, man. It's really easy to sit on the couch. Like, nah, you got to have a separate room. You got to have okay, cut the distractions out. I'm in a room right now. I blacked out the whole room because I'm like, I gotta know this is the workroom. I got to stay in here. I can't go and just fuck around at the house, man. Can't be into that.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. That's one thing is, yeah, you can just get real comfortable. Or my girlfriend's like, let's go get ice cream. I'm like, no, that doesn't even, no, I got stuff to do.
I once heard someone say, who's an entrepreneur, like what's really helped them is like you basically keep like school hours, where it's just like during school, like during the week, like you basically, when you were a kid, like you did nothing, like you did your homework, you did this or that, and then the weekend was for like fun, but like you got to go to school like the whole time. There's no like cut out for ice cream.
Yeah,
in the middle of the day kind of thing.
No, I know, I feel that too. Like you're kind of, it's almost like working 9 to 5, right? And you're like, that's a lot of thing too. Is like, I know people that do really good and they still have a job, and people are like, but you have a job still. Like, it's not. People get confused. Like, everyone has a different goal, right? You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their own opinion, what they want to do, how they want to do it. It's not just follow this and we're going to do this. It's like, it doesn't work that way. Everyone's different. Right. But no, holding yourself accountable to like doing certain things is very important. Like this podcast, I haven't done a podcast in, I don't know. I talk to myself when I create my videos, but I haven't done a podcast like this in, I don't know. I want to say like 8 months, 9 months. So it feels good to be on here.
Good. Well, one final question from me. I try to ask everybody this. If there's one trait you've identified in people or maybe yourself or across the board that makes people successful, what do you think that is? And you cannot say consistency. So anything but consistency works. But what one trait can you see in successful people?
I think it's judging yourself, understanding what's working for yourself, and like I said in the middle of like we're talking is like what worked 2 years ago is probably not going to work right now. Okay, and then you have to understand that. Use some common sense in your damn brain to understand that it's not going to work right now. Like what was working, especially with AI and how everything's moving so fast. Like you got to, and we're all overwhelmed with certain things too. Got a new AI tool that just came out yesterday, and then all of a sudden you got another one that came out today. I'm just like, bro, how many AI tools? But they're all you have to understand what's going to work for you and your business, and then like go from there. Like judging yourself is very important because I can't do everything. Like you see all the stuff I do, it's because I have people working with me. Now, like for example, I hired someone to help me with outreach last week. I do spend a little bit of time still answering emails. Like this morning, I probably spent like an hour or two, and I feel like he's gonna end up taking over that to where he's closing all the brand deals for me, because that's money and where I can focus on content creation to generate more brand leads, right? So the more brand leads I have, and the more I'm answering emails and responding, the more chance I'm going to close these deals, and you know what I mean. So what I did last week was hire someone to help me with the brand outreach because it was taking up a lot of my time in the morning, and then I wanted to get more, products coming in. Then I also wanted to close these new like the video deals, do all that type of stuff, and I don't have a lot of time in the day to do that. So that's why I hired. It's like it's time to have someone help me close these deals so I can get more contract stuff like that. So I didn't do that, 2 years ago. I didn't do that. Now I'm doing it, understanding what I can do to grow right now as of today, June 18th, 2025. Like, what can I do to grow now to make more money? Okay. It's not like it's the same shit that worked 10 years ago. It's not going to work today. And I think a lot of people, they get stuck in, oh, yeah, for example, I was the number one print on demand content creator 8 years ago. And I was one of the first ones to create the content. Oh yeah, cool. That's cool. But what the fuck is that going to do for you now? Like, you know what I mean? So I'm just judging myself, and I'm picking part. Don't let ChatGPT roast you, because it'll get you, probably hurt your feelings. Have you guys did that yet?
No.
No.
Do
What
it.
do you do?
Just say, hey, ChatGPT roast me. It was like, oh yeah, you think you're the number one print on demand creator? I'm like, no, I don't. So when it comes to that, I think it's just focusing and understanding what's working now. Okay, and it can even be literally it can be $1. Like if you made $1 today, okay, if you made $1 today, it's obviously working for you. So what can you do to make that dollar into $5, and then $5 into 10, and then 10 to 50, then 50 to 100? It's working. Is there something there? It's working, but you just got to do more of it.
Yep.
Put a system in place, understand it, judge yourself, and see what you can do better, and then go from there.
Awesome. Anything else, John?
I think that's it, man. Where can everyone follow you?
I'm on YouTube. RJ Martinez over there. It says print on demand RJ Martinez. Instagram RJ Hustles. TikTok RJ Hustles. What else am I on? Facebook group. I'll share some links with you.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Sounds good, guys. Go follow RJ. Thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, follow, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
If you really dig this episode, you'll also love the episode right over here that we did with Ecom Emily. It's how to do print on demand on Etsy. Same idea as RJ was talking about, but this is also on Etsy. They could definitely go together. So check out that episode and subscribe, and you are awesome. Thanks for listening.